I really just don't understand how we have gotten to a point where we have basketball players, robots, Mortal Kombat, UFC, Tekken, all this BS, all these influences in a wrestling game. I don't understand how we got here. When did we get here? What led 2K to putting us in this direction? We used to actually have fun, man. AKA, I'm not even gonna bring up the older games like SmackDown versus Raw. Here comes the pain, all that good shit, which is my personal favorites. Like I know I hear about all these, the No Mercies and all that good stuff, but personally, my favorites was the Here Comes the Pain days, the Day of Reckoning days, the WrestleMania XIX days, SmackDown versus Raw. That was me right there. That was my personal favorite. But anyways, I wish I could say the thing. I wish I could say the same thing about 2K. Like they don't have an era at all. They just don't. You hear 2K and you hear 2K14, which was not even 2K. They just published the damn game. But that was really that was a THQ and Ukes production, man. 2K and Visual Concepts had zero to do with that shit. 2K14 and 2K19. To this day, you still hear about that's like 2K's best fucking accomplishment. And when you really think about it, 2K19 wasn't even all that out to bat. It's just 2K19. It makes 2K22 all the way through 2K25. It makes 2K19 look absolutely amazing. Like I'm not gonna sit here and continuously just put 2K19 on a pedestal when that game really wasn't all that. But it was absolutely the foundation that they could have built on and made something truly great. 2K19 wasn't an absolutely great game, but it was the perfect foundation. All they had to do was maybe, boost the pace up a bit, make the pacing of the game a little bit more faster. Obviously, you add to that, you build onto that, you build onto that, and we were off to the races. But somewhere along the line, they decided to add stun meters. They decided to put Mortal Kombat ass combos and combo breakers in the game. UFC boxing ass fucking, bobbing and weaving in the ring and shit. Now we got fucking robots in the game. Robots? Robots. You know what's crazy? That 2K doesn't even post the shit on their own YouTube page. Everything is on social. Everything is on Twitter, social media, man. Like, goddamn. You don't even like go on your own YouTube account and keep this shit posted on YouTube. Like, shit is insane. I'm just on the YouTube page, just having a talk. I was gonna have a little video playing in the background, but I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'ma just have this shit up here right here. But yeah, man. And what's crazy is that you still have people in this community that will really look you dead in the eye and be so serious and tell you that the gameplay, and yes, I'm saying gameplay, because gameplay is the most crucial part of any video game there is out here today. They will tell you that the gameplay is right where it needs to be. No, the fuck it's not. What are you doing? What are you smoking on? What are you sipping on? How long has 2K had this license, right? How long has 2K and Visual Concepts had this license, been making these games? Even you, at one point in time. How long has 2K been publishing these games, right? How come we haven't seen any real drastic improvements in the gameplay department in forever? We get little minor tweaks and additions here and there, little quality of life updates here and there, and then people just sit there and just take it in like, oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bruh, are you serious? We should be so much more far ahead than where we are right now. But 2K is sitting there spoon feeding us all this little bullshit to the gameplay department, barely adding anything new. Then you got people that'll really sit there and just be like, bro, stop complaining. At least they're doing this. Stop complaining. At least they're doing that. No, how about you shut the fuck up? How about you stop accepting mediocrity? How about you stop accepting the bare fucking minimum? How about you do that? Maybe not kiss so much fucking ass. Everybody sitting here when status got banned, everybody was sitting here. Oh, free status, free status, free status. Everybody just made a fucking scene about this shit, right? Which is a great thing to see. Everybody made a scene about status getting banned, but nobody wants to sit here and make a fucking scene about this game being absolute horseshit. Nobody wants to make a scene about fucking them actually prioritizing the gameplay and making gameplay, what I'm saying, number one goal to tackle each and every year. Nobody, where's the hashtags for a goddamn fix the gameplay? Where's the hashtag better gameplay at, right? Where's the hashtag remove my faction? Where's all that shit at? Where's that shit at? Everybody fucking loses their mind and creates a hashtag for the wrong reasons. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was important, but let's be honest, bro. Everybody made a fucking case when status got banned, right? I feel like it wouldn't have blown up as bad if 2K actually fucking did a good job at the game to the point to where over half the community or damn near the entire community doesn't have to rely on community creations to get their fix or to get any kind of fucking entertainment or to just get any kind of satisfaction. The community wouldn't have to rely on that shit if 2K themselves, if 2K and Visual Concepts actually put in the fucking effort each and every year, actually did what the fuck we asked for each and every year. We wouldn't have to rely on community creation so goddamn much. People wouldn't have lost their minds so hard over status if 2K actually did their fucking job. Status wouldn't have to go as fucking hard if 2K fucking did it. The 2K actually did their fucking job, right? But everybody lost their minds over status. Lose your mind over this fucking game. Lose your mind over these dog shit ass games that we get every single year. Copy and paste ass games every single year. Lose your minds over 2K constantly forcing my faction content in your face 24 fucking 7. Lose your mind about 2K just spoon feeding us and barely giving us any real gameplay changes each and every year. It was so bad. This shit was so 2K25 was so fucking copy and paste from 2K24. Like no, you literally not even the biggest fucking content creators could deny that it's literally the same fucking game. If you uninstalled Ticket 24 the day 25 came out and then turned on 25, you literally feel like you were playing the same game. Literally, there was barely anything there was barely any difference. How much more real can 2K make these graphics look? You can't get too much more real than what it looks like right now, unless what I'm saying. We get some crazy ass PC bullshit to where it just looks, these ultra realistic 4K, 8K settings, all this bullshit. Like other than that, you can't get that much more realistic looking. You can probably add a bit more detail here and there, all this little whatever. But as far as graphically, it can't get that much more better unless you're on PC only. But for us console players, nah, absolutely not. Presentation, that is 2K's bread and butter. 2K's bread and butter is literally presentation, aka third person camera, Grand Theft Auto style, right? That is 2K's bread and butter. Bread and butter. Like when it comes to the fucking gameplay, dog shit. Restrictions, dog shit. It's not fun. Like chain wrestling, bro. All they did was import 2K19's chain wrestling into 2K25, which I knew they were gonna do. I had a feeling that was all they were gonna do because 2K just cannot fucking make anything fresh and innovative and brand new to save their fucking life. They always gotta take some shit from the past and bring it back in the game and maybe put a little tweak on it. Like, bro, me personally, I'm just not a fan of that style of chain wrestling. It's boring. Having to spin a circle, having to fill up a circle before my opponent does to get to the next hold. Like, bro, to me that's just boring. It's boring and it's lazy. Not to mention you can only do it for like maybe the first 30 seconds to 1 minute of the match. And then after that, you'll never see it again for the rest of the match. To me, that's boring. Look at AEW Fight Forever. That chain wrestling, perfectly fine. 2K14, that style of chain wrestling, perfectly fine. Actual chain wrestling, having actual wrestling sequences that we see on television, just nice and smooth, not all clunky and stiff than a bitch, or just extremely controlled and restricted to just being able to, oh, you spin in a circle. Oh, you have to fucking fill the circle up before your opponent, and then you can go to the next hold. Like, bro, that shit is just so ass. I can't see how people really sit there and enjoy that shit. It's not fun. That is not real wrestling, bro. Not in that. No, absolutely not. We should be so much more far ahead. And one of the absolute biggest reasons as to why we're not far ahead, and I've already said this shit already. One of the biggest reasons we are not much more far ahead than we are right now is because the community that we have. Because there's so many people in this community that is perfectly fine with just taking and accepting the absolute bare minimum. People are not making a big enough thing about it. People that actually have a lot of people that actually have a big enough name, whether they have, I can't even talk, whether they have a big name for themselves or even if they're just somewhat part kind of established. Anyone that has any, now I don't want to say everybody, but I feel like most people in this community that actually has some kind of reach in this community or connections or anything, I feel like they're just not keeping that shit real enough. Like, I feel like some of them keep it real, but they keep it real to a certain extent, to a certain degree. They're not gonna come on here like the way you see me right now, right? The way you see me talking right now, right? I don't give a fuck whether I got ties to 2K or I don't got ties to 2K. I could have 50,000 subscribers right fucking now with connections to people on the 2K department. I would still sit here right fucking now and talk the way I'm talking to y'all right now because that is just me. That is who the fuck I am as a person. This is who I am before I got any kind of connections, and this will be who the fuck I am after I get any kind of connections. I'm not gonna sit there and change or water myself down because I want connections to fucking 2K. To me, that shit is bogus and it's lame as fuck. When people sit there and I keep it real, but really you keep it real, but only to a certain extent. Or you keep it real, or you speak on certain topics just so you can say you did it. And even then, when you speak on those topics, you don't really speak on those topics. You speak on it very briefly. You might talk about it for like maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and then you fucking go on to the next topic, just so you can say that you did talk about it. But did you really talk about it? No, not for you talk about it, but you really just glossed over it. You didn't really sit there and talk about it. You didn't really go in depth. There's so many fucking problems with these games, bro. And a lot of these people don't even fuck with these games like that. They don't a lot of these people that actually have reached to 2K, they don't even promote the game like that outside of when the game is getting ready to drop. After that shit drops, bro, they don't play this game, bro. They don't really play this game like that. They might play it here and there, but they don't play this game like that. They don't really fuck with this game like that. And it's draining as hell. This game is draining. It's to the point. It's not fun. There's nothing less. There's nothing else to do. The game is ass. The gameplay is dog shit. People like, I'm done. People. I'm tired of people trying to make excuses for this fucking company. The game is ass. It's dog shit. It's not fun. It's not fun to play. For me personally, This is my opinion. It's not fun, but I've seen a lot of other people say the same shit. So I'm clearly not the only fucking person. You will have your pocket of fans that absolutely will that love this game, will find this game still fun, and whatever for doing whatever. And God bless them that they're having a fucking fantastic time. I'm absolutely jealous that I can't get on this game and find the same amount of fun that you're able to find, because I just don't see it. The gameplay is just ass. Because to me personally, no matter what the fuck you have to do in this game, whether you're on my faction, whether you're on fucking my rise, whether you're on my career, no matter what the fuck you're doing, you have to get in the ring, right? The bell has to fucking ring. You have to have a match. And when it's time for me to actually get in the ring and have a match, I'm playing the same game that I was playing like 10 fucking years ago. And on top of that, like I said, barely any fucking new additions to the gameplay. Very, very minor additions to the gameplay. Nothing that no real changes or innovation to the gameplay that I can look at and be like, wow, this shit is incredible. A lot of the same bullshit, bugs, glitches, just annoying ass things are still in the game that was in the game like 5 fucking years ago. All kinds of shit, man. There is so much wrong. And so little has just seemed to be addressed. And then people get upset when they get called out, for certain shit. But it's like, can you really get mad, bro? You can't say that you're one of the realest. You cannot say that you are one of the most vocal, one of the most realest people in this community when you only do that shit to a certain extent, or only when it benefits you. You know what I'm saying? Or just to be able to say you talked about certain shit. No, man, nah. There's too many issues with this game. There's way too many issues with the game. Clearly, I'm not tripping because I've seen so many other people. I have seen so many other consumers all over social media, all over Twitter, X, whatever you call it. I still call it Twitter personally. I've seen people, so many different consumers, say the same shit that I'm saying right now. So clearly, what the fuck I'm saying, there's got to be some goddamn fire to that smoke, right? I must not be tripping too hard. I must not be too far off if I'm obviously not in the minority when I'm seeing so many people say the same shit. I mean, right now, 2K is kind of catching fire right now because like they're doing everything but what the fuck they promised y'all, right? As far as I can tell, the best thing about any DLC that we got coming around is the Abyss. I can't think of anybody else that I really give a fuck about playing the game, playing with is the Abyss. And even then, wow, we have new wrestlers. We have new wrestlers to play with. I can't wait for the DLC. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about no kind of DLC. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And you want to know why I don't give a fuck about any DLC that 2K could ever put out? It's because that DLC is not going to make your game better. Just because we got more wrestling moves added to the game, new taunts, more playable characters, more my faction content. I don't, bro. That shit is not going to change your game. Is that DLC pack going to fucking fix the gameplay? Is it going to fix all this broken ass shit in your fucking game? Is that DLC going to add new innovation to your game? Is that DLC going to fucking remove this stupid ass stun meter? Is that DLC going to get rid of the goddamn combos and combo breakers? Is that DLC going to add actual fucking wrestling physics to your fucking wrestling game? I don't think so. So therefore, I don't give a fuck about it. I don't care. You could fucking have an AEW DLC and add the entire fucking AEW roster to your game. I wouldn't give a fuck because guess what? The bell still has to ring. I still got to get in the fucking ring, right? So therefore, I just don't care until 2K finally steps it the fuck up and actually makes a wrestling game worth fucking talking about, actually worth fucking giving a damn about, actually innovates their fucking game, actually makes this shit feel like what I see on television, make shit matter, make limb targeting matter, actual fucking chain wrestling, not no stupid ass fucking mini game. Makes match types actually stand out, not fucking casket matches and ambulance matches. You win a fucking casket and an ambulance match the same way that you will fucking submit your opponent. when 2K actually fucking uses their fucking brain and actually gives a fuck and decides to get creative, maybe then I'll give a fuck about this shit. But right now, I just don't fucking care. Right now, we are in an absolute dog shit state. And I really wish more people would talk about this. People with bigger names, people with bigger platforms. I wish people would actually sit here and keep it a buck to the extreme that I'm doing right now. Actually sit here and talk about this shit. And not just fucking fake the funk. Come on camera and talk about it here for a couple of minutes, and then go to the next fucking subject just so you can be able to sit there and be like, well, I did talk about it. Well, I did talk about it. No, you fucking glossed over this shit, bro. You talked about it very briefly for a few minutes, and then you went to the next fucking topic. That's not really talking about something. Like, actually talk about the shit. Actually go in fucking depth. And not any content creator that actually has a fucking audience, that actually has ties to 2K, really talk about this shit. Like, I want y'all to really sit here and talk about all this shit, bro. Not for no 2 or 3 fucking minutes and then go to the next goddamn topic. That shit to me is just so fucking lame. I don't care if you gotta make a 30-minute fucking video. Talk about this shit, man. If you feel how I'm feeling about any of this shit, talk about this shit, bro. Keep that shit real with your fucking fans. There's so many fucking issues with this game, and it's so fucking irritating, bro. Every single year we got to get the same bullshit. I told homie yesterday on the stream, I can literally make a thumbnail right now and make a whole video right now for 2K26 and premiere that shit and premiere 2K26 launch day. I can literally make that video right now and just be like, yeah, this shit is ass. Same shit again. We already knew this shit was gonna happen. Whatever. I can literally make that video right now and premiere it for 2K26 launch day, and then drop it as soon as 26 comes out, and that shit'll be spot on. I guarantee it. That's just where we are right now, and we are going to continue to be there as long as y'all allow 2K to do it. We actually have we actually have power in this community. We can literally make anything happen. We have the power to do that. We are the fucking consumers. 2K is nothing without us. Y'all got to know that. Y'all got to remember that, right? 2K is not getting no bag without us, right? Without the consumers, 2K is nothing. You stop promoting the game, or at least stop promoting it in the fucking and making it seem like this shit is amazing. Stop buying the fucking game. Stop buying the DLCs. Stop buying all this my faction bullshit and actually make a fucking stand. I bet your ass 2K will have to they'll get it the fuck together. But they're not going to, because they feel like we got y'all right where we want y'all. You're fucking stupid. They're gonna buy it anyway, so we're just gonna do what we want to do. They'll eat it up. That's how 2K looks at us. Because that's exactly what the fuck y'all do. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, bro. This shit turned into an entire fucking rant, man. And but it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. It's your boy True, man. I'm finna be up out of this, hold dog. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.